Ooh,
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Pink Lady Against Scammers. My co-host Yvette, she has a migraine, so she's not with me tonight. But Sandy's back. Hi, Sandy.
hi.
If y'all don't remember her, she's like my head Pink Lady, my head moderator. If you come into my lives on Clapper, if you're not good, she kicks you out.
I'm the
So,
chief.
she's the chief. Anyway, I'm excited. I found Jennifer on LinkedIn, and she wanted to be on my podcast because she wants to tell her story. Jennifer, welcome.
Thank you. Hey, everybody. Hey,
Welcome.
it's an honor. It's an
Yeah.
honor to be here. I love what you're doing. I've watched and listened now I'm participating. So that feels good to do like the whole circle of not just rooting and supporting and listening, but contributing too.
Yeah, well, I
So,
appreciate it so much because I know this
yeah.
isn't easy, but go ahead,
Yeah.
start your story.
Well, it's not easy, but the more that I tell it, the easier it gets, and the more that it like is easier to kind of explain. And because I'm putting the pieces together still, in some ways, it's very confusing what happened. I still am like, what? And but it's been a year and a half since I blocked this scammer, so it's been a long time. Like I haven't talked to him. Honestly, I haven't missed him either. I went the way it went down and it ended, and I'll get to all that how it ended, but it ended in such a rattling sort of way that I don't miss him. Didn't fall out of love, just like just shut it off completely. Woke up, I guess, from being hypnotized. So I'll just start back at the beginning. In December 2021, I had been single for about 2 months, on short period of time. I was in North Carolina with my family, and we were celebrating Christmas, Hanukkah, the whole all the seasons in December. And I was feeling like nostalgic, but just kind of missing a partner because everybody else in my family was partnered up, and then it was just me. So I went home that night after a little family party, and I always would delete and block and literally ignore any kind of unrecognizable people in the past on social media who would approach me. But this one time, because I was just had my guard down because I had just been with my family at a party and I was wanted a partner, and this picture pops up and I was like, oh, it's the one. Um, it wasn't just the picture, it was just the way that we interacted together was made me fall in love over time. So at first it just started as like some banter back and forth, and then so I accepted his invitation on Instagram, and I went ahead and like engaged and thought, here's a total stranger. I don't know why I'm talking to you, but tell me about yourself, And he had a whole story, which I now know is literally a script that they read from, like a playbook. Like there is a book called How to Make a White Woman Fall in Love with You, but how to fall in love with a African man from
There it
Africa,
is.
like a scammer. Oh my god,
Yep.
that's the one.
I have it on my
And
website.
they're
Anybody can grab a copy.
good. Yes, we need to get copies of that out there. Like, make it be the number one bestseller so that it can like people can know it in the reverse way and not and use it for good by stopping these scams instead of by doing them. So he was very good at his smooth talking and love bombing, and over a couple of weeks it was like a lot of love bombing, and then it turned into January was my birthday and he sent me a cake, which I think is weird that the scammers can send you things. So they have addresses, they find, I may have even given him an address. I don't know. Because at that point, I thought he was a businessman, investor, contractor in New York City, and we were going to meet up. And little did I know that none of that was ever going to happen. But It was like a romance scam slash pig butchering situation. So pig butchering is implies like romance scam. Um, but they anyway, it involved a loss of money. With him, it wasn't as much as later I lost from someone else because I was involved in more than one. But it was definitely like the reality set in once he sent me a video. He was obviously an amateur, and he sent me a video without overdubbing the voice. Like, oops, they're not going to mess up now. The bad guys aren't going to mess up now. They learned their lesson. They are going to have AI do it anyway, so there won't be mistakes, or if they are, they're glitchy and may not be as easy to catch. But I caught that because it was like, here's this video of this guy that I thought I'd been talking to with a voice that I thought I had been talking to because we would have phone conversations, and it was not the same voice at all. So I called him out on it, and you know, he had an excuse for that somehow. And I just
They always
stopped
do.
talking to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just stopped talking to him. But then his boss, I guess should I use names?
Whatever you're comfortable with, it doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Yeah, that's totally up to you.
Um, I mean, this was a long time ago, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago now by now. They're probably not using the same name with people now, but the first guy was Eric Johnson, and then his boss was Liam Stevens, who is an absolute piece of shit. Sorry about that. And like,
There's no filter. You say anything you want.
he's a piece of shit. I hope he burns in hell, and I hope they all do. So
Yeah.
the stat he really took over the business side of it and convinced me to move. Um, $20,000 at first into a website called bit-astro.com. So it was like a Bitcoin. I sent Bitcoin to him via Coinbase. And this was before Coinbase had the caps on it where it would like alert you. Like it was just send it on. And so there was really like no time for me to process and decide whether or not it was a good idea. Because I saw that I had an account and that money was being made and I could log in and check it, and I couldn't withdraw from it, but I could add to it. And I'm sure your past interviewers have explained that they'll let you sometimes withdraw a little bit to just feel like it's real, but ultimately it's all already theirs. It's in their possession. It's been spent. They've actually distributed it to the whole team that they were the gang, the group. This is the Yahoo boys in Nigeria and
Yeah.
South Africa too, by the way. The Yahoo boys, and then in a more kind of Black X has kind of like, and Black XX has kind of spun off of that, and they're a little bit
Yeah.
different in their tactics. But this was the Yahoo boys, kind of classic script, classic everything I now know. And so it was all about like, send us money for your investment, and then don't you see how much you're making? Like I was making, it showed that I was making like $1,500 a day, which is more money
Wow.
than I had ever made. I mean, I usually make $1,500 a month, and this
Yeah.
was like speeding it up 30 times, like a day. And so it felt really affirming. So I put in another $100,000, actually sold a house, used the profits to invest some more. It wasn't a house I was living in. It was in an investment house that I owned and that I was going to sell anyway. But I decided I wanted to reinvest that money into crypto. Like Bitcoin seemed to be doing really well. And it would have been amazing returns had I kind of had control over it. Because at the time when I bought it, it was like $16,000 a Bitcoin. And now it's 68,000 a Bitcoin or something. So it would have made a lot of money, but I didn't. The scammers did, which is really scary. Um, so then the 120,000 was in there, and then I think that was it with them. Because then Liam sent me a weird video too. Like he had been sending me pictures and talking to me on the phone, and then he sent a video, and it was like some other voice, like a totally British accent, not him. Like, um, so I called him out on it and was like, I want my money back. I don't know what you guys are doing. This is not right. Meanwhile, they had told me not to share this information with anybody close to me just because they wanted to keep me hypnotized, essentially. And my friends and family would have been like questioning everything. And they said it was for the reason that like then you can just tell everybody all at once just that you've got a fiance and y'all made all this money together and isn't this great. And but after so from like January 2022 and February and March and April, those are the 4 months that I was like sending this money and dealing with them. And then April I cut it off because, well, but I hung on to try and hope that some of this money would come back. And in the meantime, but I wasn't in love anymore. I didn't care about this person. I was mad. I was kind of angry. I felt betrayed. I knew that something was really wrong and I hadn't gotten the money back. But no sooner had that one ended than another person, totally on a different dating site, actually, this time it was a Tinder dating site that I had just started going on to soon after I realized the situation with Eric was not what I thought it was or going to be a romantic thing. So I was still like hoping and looking for love. And so this third person picks me up because now I now know too that my name was on a blacklist going around being sold between the different scammers. So once you're on the suckers list or the
Yeah.
blacklist,
Suckers list.
that's
Yeah.
what they call
Yeah.
it, the suckers list, then you are like labeled that way by the criminals, and they are all like, oh, this person's easier to get money from. And at the time, I wasn't like trying to just throw my money away. I was like trying to chase the losses by throwing more investment at it, hoping to get more back. So that's what I did, started doing with this third person, is that he had also was showing me some investment things. And but he was, his approach was a lot more like romance sort of.
Yeah.
um and and I don't know that he was Yahoo Boys, but I think he was in a situation where he was being forced to do it, like, so maybe Southeast Asia,
Mhm.
maybe, maybe it definitely like had a tinge of, he was definitely like scared. Like it seemed like he would talk about how the people there were not nice to him and he was having a real hard time. But he still had to like act, you know. And so I met him in April 2022 and we talked until September 2024. Like a lot of it, yeah, a long time. Yeah, a long time. Not like, what is interesting is like it wasn't like we talked about money all the time and every single day. We did
Yeah.
talk every single day, but we would just talk and like be friends and just text back and forth and turned into love. And then we would be lovey back and forth and supportive. And how was your day? And what was your, tell me about your life. Tell me about your everything. So we got to know each other. I mean, I got to know a fake person, but
Yeah.
really
He
went
was
well.
playing the long game.
Yeah, he was
Oh
playing the
yeah.
long
Yeah.
game. Yeah, he
Yeah.
was playing the long game. Yeah. And I like later, a lot of this is hindsight. I found out that he knew through like probably one of those websites like truthfinder.com, where you can search a person and you can find out what their assets are, what their background and their family members and everything, because he found out that I had houses, and he found out when these houses that I had sold, because I didn't tell him I was selling them. And he
Mhm.
found out they sold, and told me, like, didn't you sell a house? You have money to invest. I was like, I didn't sell a house. And he was like, yes, you did. I know you did. And I was like, I never told you. And that's not, it's my business. So he had like scoped me out as a target. Um, so it's like, it's malicious, and I'm mad at him, and I wish nothing but the bad things for him. But I also feel like he was being forced to do it. But even if he was being forced to do it, you'd think these people, I would just say I would have too many morals and issues. I can't scam people or lie to people, even if I was going to be like tasered. I don't know. I just, like they're doing this to hold on to their life. Like, I don't know. I don't know if he survived either, but like I get a feeling that he didn't sometimes. But I'll never know. And then his name was Luis Montgomery, and he pretended to be a businessman working in Dubai.
Oh yeah,
And
my favorite place.
right,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I've
yeah,
been engaged to the Prince of Divide, God, several dozen times recently, you know. I,
53
I,
times.
yeah, she keeps track. She keeps notes of everything. I can't afford the VIP membership card or the Royal membership card, so I can't be with them.
yeah, yeah. I know a lot of the stories start to sound like boringly the same. Like, okay, another prince from Dubai. Um, yeah, he had like he had been in Dubai, and then he had plans to fly to the US, and he had like a plane ticket for me at one point, and was telling me to come pick him up at the airport, and we were finally going to be together. And at this point, I think I had invested $67,000, and at the time, even when I did it, I was like, I don't feel good about this, and I did it anyway. I still think I was under some kind of hypnosis spell
Mhm.
with him too, with all of them, and it just stayed like baseline, because I didn't function like a normal person. I was just always on my phone, always texting him, always checking to see, missing, wishing, looking forward to talking to him. And it's it's crazy. It's crazy making. So, and of course, by that much time in with him and with the other guys, my family members started to notice. I had family members and friends who were like, please don't be doing what I think you're doing. Like, that those are scammers. Like, cut them off. The only thing that would have made me cut them off back then, was if somebody had just taken my phone away from me and put me in a locked padded cell for about 2 months, and like handed me content to read and educate myself, and like de-brainwash me. I was brainwashed. So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
The
I just
thing
need.
is about all this, you're you're part of a very large club. You
Yeah.
Yeah,
know, not the best
Yeah.
club, but
yeah,
it, you know, I
yeah,
always tell everybody, now I've never set money, but I was shocked by the whole thing when I learned about this 9 years ago. And but I always tell everybody, and what you're doing, telling your story, I think is the best thing, because your story could help somebody else. I always tell the people on
yeah.
my lives, look, you've been through it, okay? It's going to take you time to get over it. This isn't an overnight fix. But take what you've learned and help somebody else, and this is exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I would say, any pieces of advice would be, if you don't recognize the number, the email, the website, the person, it's a red flag. Don't engage. If you do engage and there's emergency to it, like any kind of urgency, that's a red flag. Cut it off. And there's no negotiating with these people. Just have to cut it off. That's it. Block and report, really. If you can block, report, as spam or a fraudulent thing, that helps maybe in the metrics somehow. Like, I do think that it's like trying to push back a dam or a tidal wave or something. It's gotten out of control. It's gotten too far. we are now like pushing back against a current where the bad guys have gotten away with too much for too long. My quote is, I came up with this: the bad guys have been getting away with far too much for far too long, and they're just spoiled and they found a niche that works. They can harvest money like hundreds of times what they would have normally make in a day
And
in their
then I
countries.
don't have my chart with me, but or one friend created a chart for me when I did an event last year, and it's how our money and how much it's worth in Nigerian money.
Yeah.
Like, if I remember correctly, like $500 American dollars is worth like, I'm going to be off on this a little bit, but it's like 590,000
Yeah.
Naira. I mean, I need to dig that. It might be on my TikTok, but I have a chart that Cowboy made me, just to see how much our money is worth over there.
$500 is worth that much.
It's worth
So
like, yeah.
Yeah.
they got who knows how much, because I sent 120,000 to them, and
See if I can find it. But
They
yeah,
would be
no,
living
it's
like millionaires for the rest of their lives.
that's just what I sent them. And I think if they
Yeah.
did invested, it went up. It just went up and up and up. And I remember uh, Eric telling me like Liam is he only knows how to make money. He is like a money magnet. He knows how to make money. This man, follow him because he's so smart. And he kind of, I mean, I hate to say it, but he was very strategic and smart. He got me to buy Bitcoin when it was like at a dip. And then
Yeah.
as soon as I sent it, oh God. Okay, there was 120,000 that I sent them, and then there was another 80,000 that they literally stole out of my blockchain. I do believe that they downloaded spyware on my computer, on my phone,
hmm.
and I know they did. They somehow gained remote access to my phone because there were like 20 passwords to this. Literally 20 passwords. You had to like unlock so many keys and to get it just right. And all I know, that's why I chose blockchain, because it felt super safe. And MIT says it's super safe. Uh, the next day it was gone. Every single penny had been
Oh
sucked
my
out. That was
God.
$80,000.
Ugh.
I would,
Yeah, I
that would change my life
that's
if I could get
awful.
that back. You know?
Yeah, I found the chart. So I'm not going to read through the whole thing, but $1, one American dollar is worth 1,560 Naira.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
$10,000 is worth 15,494,500 Naira. That's their money. Yeah. It's awful. It's disgusting. It pisses me off, you
Yeah.
know.
They could just steal their way into
Yeah, yeah.
royalties.
And I have this discussion with Sandy and the on my lives. With so much education out there, how are people still falling for it? Which is why I just keep going forward, doing what I can on my end, but I get feeling lonely. I do understand that. I'm 63, but in the 80s, I could have easily fallen for something like that, because I was lonely. Everybody else had boyfriends but me. And
Yeah.
I didn't understand that, So now I got no time for a boyfriend.
Right. Same here. Yeah. They
That's
can't
because I
get me.
take your time.
What?
That's because I take your time.
And I love it. I love it. But no, so I mean, I may not have been scammed, but I can sure understand it to a point of how I felt in my 20s and 30s. And then I married an idiot, so I got my daughter out of it, and that's all that matters. So,
Yeah.
I got
yeah,
my son
Yeah.
out of mine. That's all that matters to me.
that's right. That's right. So, oh my gosh. So, approximately how much did you lose
Between
in
the
total
three,
if you
well, all right. Well, I had to sell some houses, and that's
yeah,
why I lost that's where the money came from. That's what
yeah.
I lost my incomes, which was from renting them.
Yeah.
But I lost a total of $550,000.
I am so sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am
It
so
was
sorry.
devastating. It was devastating. They they sucked me down to zero. And then when I was at zero, they there was still more that they could get from me, which was to make me a money mule.
Yeah.
So they tried to do
Yeah.
that. They did that a couple times successfully because I didn't know what I was doing, and they gave me a little bit of it each time, which is illegal, and I now know.
Yeah.
But at the time, they told me this is 100% on the up and up. This is our money we're sending you to send to us, and it's just our banks are frozen because we're in another country. So, our accounts are frozen. So we need to get this money from you, from our accounts, you know. So, um, so yes, even after the houses had all sold and I'd lost all my money to them, I still engaged because one, I was hoping that it would somehow come back to me, and two, I had nothing else to lose. I was like hoping that it was gonna be okay. I wish that I'd cut it off day one. Day each day would have been a good day to cut it off. Cut it off to day one. Day two would be a great day. Day three, whenever, just cut it off eventually. And so I finally did. But before I did, I knew that so by April, exactly a year later of talking to Luis, and I had been done with the other two. But after talking to Luis for a year and losing and sending him money and doing a couple of transfers of other people's money that I didn't realize were other people's money, I knew that it was fake, and I stayed engaged with him because I was hoping to somehow get it back in a roundabout way. I did start getting my cybersecurity degree at the time in April of 2024, and then I graduated in November 2024 with a 4.0 somehow, like in
Good.
cybersecurity in my, yeah. So I was deprogramming myself by myself, and with the help of some teachers and students and stuff. But in my cohort, one of them was from Nigeria. Interestingly, one of my classmates was, but he was one of the good guys, and he was like, "I know about the scammers, and
Yeah.
we're so upset." So that's why you can't paint a whole country as a certain way. There's as many
No.
different types of people get having as many different kinds of livelihoods as there are in this country. So there's scammers and there's good people in this country. Same in Nigeria and South Africa. It's
Right.
not like
Exactly.
and China
Right.
and everywhere else. So there's not
Well,
like
that's yeah. Well,
yeah.
that's one thing. A couple weeks ago, whenever I actually FaceTime a scammer, and I'm like, oh, let's just be friends. I get him to FaceTime me.
Wow.
Check my
Yeah.
TikTok
Yeah.
out. I have wigs. You see my wigs up here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I wear wigs. So
Oh.
but I put it out. I started putting these out a couple months ago. I have a little scammer sign I made in Canva, and then I dump the picture in there. And if I can remember who they played, I put this guy pretended to be Prince Dubai. This guy pretended to be Chris Evans. So I had a whole bunch of pictures from like several years ago.
Yeah.
And so the one day I put them all on there, but I didn't load them separately. I did two videos with like 15 pictures each. And I posted that. That went nuts out there. The one had like 108,000 views, which I haven't had that in a long time.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I got attacked by so many Nigerians.
Yeah. They were mad.
Yeah.
Remember,
Good.
like, you shouldn't blame the country. I put in there, finally, I just deleted the comments, and then I did a video explaining, we know not everybody is bad. We know all the scammers aren't from Nigeria. They're India, Middle East, Africa, China, Hong Kong, Singapore, Philippines. They're everywhere.
Now Mexico.
Yeah, but they're more prevalent, and because these guys all tell me, yeah, I live in Nigeria. If
Yeah.
they're telling the truth.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, they're like, so I'm like, dudes, I am not attacking you. I am just, and then I had a couple of them Nigerians, we're going to sue you. Okay.
All right, fine.
Or one of them, they would put down, I want proof. This is your proof. I do not post a picture if I haven't personally talked to them, Excuse me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Wow.
go to my TikTok, pinkladyagantstscammers.com, but I'm the one with 27,000 followers. There's about 8 fake accounts of mine out there.
Yes.
And we're trying to take them down. It's a
Mhm.
very hard process.
Yeah.
So,
And they do actually go to college for this over there.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. That's mind-boggling.
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
If you have TikTok, follow this guy's TikTok, Soulflower.
What's it called?
His name is Soulflower.
Oh, I think I've heard of him.
He is from Nigeria.
Yeah.
He is giving out all of their secrets, and they do not like it. They do not like it one bit.
And he's going to do my podcast.
Yes.
We're trying to get a time set up.
Oh, wow.
I mean, they come in his chat and go off on him.
Yeah.
And he tells them, look, if you guys making us look bad over here.
Yeah. 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 The bad guys are cowards at the end of the day. They'll never come out of hiding. They're all they've got is their computers. And they are cowards at the end of the day. I was really scared of them because at one point, because they wanted me to send 3. So the story for me wraps up September 2024. They sent $319,000 to my account, which was the amount that I lost from that scammer. So I thought it was a sign, and it happened on my parents' anniversary and all this serendipitous stuff. I was like, it's a sign. I'm supposed to keep this money. And I was going to keep it. And I even went to, okay, I was going to keep it. I was real quiet about it. And then I deleted and blocked them all. I deleted and blocked and deleted WhatsApp, and which is what I was talking on. And was like, that was easy. But then out of the blue, I started getting death threats from another phone number. And then I believed them and it was scary because they were zip codes or area codes from the US saying that they were on their way to come get me if I didn't provide the money. And then I went to the cops and they said, cut it off with these people. These are scammers. Yeah. And, that is not your money either. But the cops, so they just didn't even know what to say. They were like, that's such a large amount. And if you lost that, just keep it and go run with it. But that's illegal too. And you can get arrested for stealing. Yeah. So don't send it to the scammers and you're not really supposed to keep it, but we don't know what to tell you. If it was me, I would keep it. Don't tell people that I told you that. But if it was me, that's what the cop said. Right. They were like, I would keep it and go retire in Tahiti somewhere. And I was like, that's really tempting. But then it started getting on my sister. And when I say it got on her, they started sending her, they got her number and they started sending her and my nephew's scary messages. So it really messed both of us up. We moved houses. Oh my God. I mean, we went to hotels.
Did you change your number and everything?
Yeah, I did. I changed mine.
I
changed mine. She didn't change hers. And then she kept getting scary stuff. And I kept telling her to change her number and she did. And she's like, I think.
Ooh, we froze.
Yeah.
Hello? Okay, folks, we froze. Give us a minute. Hopefully she'll come back.
I was driving.
Oh, you froze. You froze on us.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
It was like I was driving in a car And I got us both in an accident. Like, we were T-boned by the bad guys, emotionally, mentally, spiritually.
Yeah.
I was driving the car, and then we both ended up in the ER. And my sister stayed in the ER a lot longer than me. That's the best metaphor I can think of. But it woke me up fast. I came out of my hypnosis. There was no hypnosis anymore, no love, no, just only fear. And then the fear turned into anger once I realized we were going to be okay. And I went to the FBI, and then they made me give the money back because it belonged to a single mother in New Jersey who had just closed on her house, and this money was in escrow, and it was a scam. So when the little like $500 scams aren't hitting their dopamine receptors, then they go for more and more and more. And now they're going for these real estate scams, which are like hundreds of thousands,
Yeah.
So that's what this was. It was like a phishing email sent to the escrow company that then said, even though we gave you this routing number and bank account number for the money, it's actually this other person's, you can thank us later, blah, blah, blah. We fixed it for you. And the kid was, I guess, a novice and didn't know, or they hadn't trained him on like triple verify people, triple verify when you're dealing with like any amount of money, but other people's money.
Right.
So we got it back to her. The long story short, we got it back to her. She's somewhere in Rhode Island. I have a good feeling because I got her back her money, but then I'm still like literally hovering at like $400 or $500 in my bank account all the time, and I'm not recovered. It's been years, 2 years, a year and a half. And I'm like just living in somebody's basement out of the kindness of her heart. She doesn't charge me. I have like a full-time job and a side hustle, and I've written a book about this, but I haven't published it yet. Yeah.
Please let me know when you do.
I was just going to say that.
First off, I'll get it, and then we're going to have you back to promote it. I did that for 2 other ladies, but I like to read those books, and I'll promote it on my lives and all kinds of stuff. So,
yeah. Like, the only way I was able to stay alive through all this and not like take myself out, because it was so hard, was I was like, I'm going to write a book or I'm going to end it all. And I wrote a book. So I'm still here.
I'm glad. The book is better.
I'm glad you wrote a book instead.
Me too. I no longer want to take myself out, but that's how bad it gets for sometimes when people are recovering. So I'm good now. I mean, I've gotten a lot of healing, a lot of support, and I just need to hopefully get back some money because I fall in that category of like more than 250,000 lost. So and I don't know why they have to put a number on it. Honestly, I think if somebody loses $500, they should get it back.
I agree.
No amount of money is too much or too little. It's all stolen, and it all needs to be given back to people for reparations and the feeling of wholeness. But like, I feel stuck in my life and I can't move forward. So getting money back would be amazing, but I don't know when or if that'll happen. I do have 3 people on the job helping me for free. One is a police officer and one is a law firm. And and they're like legit. I've validated it with multiple people that I trust in this space that they're legit and they're not charging me. So, and then the IC3 and DOJ, and I mean, I send letters and I've done all the things that I'm supposed to do, but I mean, it's just a waiting game.
Yeah, it is. It is. Well, you look good for going through all that crap.
Yes.
You really do. And talking about it, you sounded really together. Although you might cry later, but
yeah. I've been painting a lot, and this is my symbol. It's I painted this.
Love it.
It's the phoenix rising out of the ashes.
Oh, I love it.
I love
it. Yes. Do you watch Days of Our Lives ever? The soap opera?
I have, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, Stefano DiMera, they always called him the Phoenix because he always kept rising.
Yeah.
No,
There's a lot of
painting, I've heard
resilience.
there's a lot of famous people who paint because it's just it's a way for them to express themselves, not doing what they're like Paul Stanley from Kiss. He's a big painter, and there's somebody else and I can't remember his name, but they say painting is very therapeutic.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's
Yeah.
more of my
Cool. I
paintings.
love it.
And then this is a painting that my therapist told me to paint to represent the scammers and myself. So this is a huge painting. This is me.
Yeah.
And then these edges are the scammers and what they were trying to do to me. They were trying to get in. And then I've got 2 gold handprints that basically are like, stop. It's impossible to get out of it when you're in it sometimes. And I just wanted them to stop. And then I feel like there was maybe something protecting the angels or something. I don't know, but
I love it.
Yeah, I made it. I survived.
Yay. And
I'm glad you did.
And like they say, you just got to take it one day at a time. Sorry, Sandy, go ahead.
Totally.
I got 4 words for her. Just 4 words. Okay. Give yourself grace.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll get through it.
You will.
You will.
Anytime you want to call or talk, I'm always available,
I'm always around.
I know you got tons of support. We're hooked up on LinkedIn. So, I'm always happy to listen, talk.
Really? Because I will. I mean,
I'm gonna message you my phone number. So, I work during the day, but like I do lives every night. You got to come and watch the live. You need a good laugh. My thing,
just
I say
don't
this
mind
all the
the
time.
language. That's all.
That's why we're on Clapper. It's the way I talk to the scammers. It's because I'm mean to them. And last night I was so mean to this guy. It felt so good. I had a crazy day on Saturday.
Gold. That was gold.
It was. Oh, wow. And I got that video downloaded. I just got to go through and edit last night's live. I haven't done that yet. But I really needed it on Saturday because I had so many crazy things happen on Saturday. And I'm like, when we did the live Saturday night, I'm like, I need a guy to yell at.
That's true.
If you want a good laugh, you go to my YouTube. It's Patsy3919. All the lives are there because I stream on Clapper and YouTube.
Yeah.
And then all my videos. There's some crazy
we're
ones
not
out
sending
there.
her. Don't send her to YouTube. Fireman to hit on her.
Oh, Fireman's my man.
Yeah, but he hits on every woman in there.
Oh, he does. He does. But you can also watch me outside. But I mean, you can also check out all the videos that I've done because, I do the videos because the live so that you can hear what these guys sound like, how quickly they fall in love with you. And then eventually we'll be like, oh, can you give me a gift card? And, so it's, that's my way of educating. Jersey John on TikTok, his is Words with Scammers. It's funny. Chad Huber, so I mean, and Doc Compton is a great one too. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Cool. Yay. Yeah. I mean, I have seen, I'll watch some more. I want to watch that. And then what was the guy's name on Instagram? Soulflower.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is, I mean, a lot of people don't like him because he's blunt. He's straight up to the point, and he will tell you exactly what he has to say. And I love it when the scammers come in there and they think they're going to get one over on him, and he just tells them what he's got to say, and he's like,
he's mean to them.
Yeah, he is. He's mean to them, and
they deserve
I told him,
they're kids. They're punks.
You may be mean to them, but you're a lot nicer than I am.
Yeah. Our favorite word, which we got from my other co-host who isn't here, is dumb fuck. We call them all, well, among other many colorful metaphors, dumb fuck is my favorite. I say that a lot.
I love that. Yeah. There was so much I wanted to say to them and do to them that I couldn't. Like, I used to have these rage parties in my car, like screaming, singing, and shaking.
Yeah.
And so finally I found a nice, helpful way to kind of get myself through it, which is I like at night before bed, I shoot poisoned arrows at them. I like literally like shoot the poisoned arrow. I like envision it, pull it
Yeah.
out, and just like I point in the direction of Nigeria and South Africa, like from my door, from my bedroom,
Yeah.
and shoot it at them. And I might shoot it at some people in this country who are head leaders. No names,
Yeah.
you know. I just,
High
yeah,
five.
yeah. No, I'm not going to say. I might be shooting it at a head leader in this country. Poison
I love
arrows.
it.
It works. It works. And eventually, you
Yeah.
know, you
Yeah.
visualize like their spleen and just like the arrow or
Yeah.
their heart, their
Yeah. I
brain.
like that.
Yeah.
That's why
So
I need to
like,
get me a little bow and arrow for my life.
Oh,
I have all
geez.
kinds of
Another
toys.
toy.
Another toy. Right now,
yeah.
they had advertised on TikTok. It's this and it's the Law and Order thing. I love
Yeah.
Law and Order.
Oh, wow.
So I don't use this. I usually just press it with my finger. And when they do say something, I'm like hitting that all the time. I don't think they can understand it or anything.
That's awesome.
I got my Captain America Princess Leia dolls. I bring them out.
Nice. Oh,
I
wow.
got all kinds of stuff I bring. I
They
like a
do
kid with
naughty
toys.
things, though.
Yeah, they do naughty things, but I can't control them. They're both horn dogs, you know?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, God. Right. Oh, my God.
Yeah, we're
Wow.
crazy. Yeah, so
Oh,
Jennifer, gosh, I thank you so much for coming on here because I know telling the story isn't easy, but I have to say you're just a
Right.
delight. You
thank
really
you.
are. You're very sweet and you know, you're gonna be fine, you know. You
Yeah,
really
she's
are.
going to be fine.
Yeah.
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 It's going to take a little bit of time, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
she's
because
going to be fine.
I can see where I'm at now after a year and a half. And I've been recently helping a few other women who were like days or weeks in, just right out of the scam. And I can see where they are. And they're just deer in the headlights, like, what just happened?
Yeah.
Like they're glazed over still. So at least I know that I have me back. I don't need a man. I don't want a man. I'm not looking anymore. I'm not a candidate.
I'm too
Nobody can
tired.
scam me again because I'm not I'm not looking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah.
And so,
But one
Just
thing I
be,
do want to, oh, go ahead, Sandy.
I was just going to say, just be careful. And if you do want to meet somebody, keep it local.
right. Yeah, totally.
And make sure if you meet somebody, you, like Patsy has always said in her lives, go into a public place. Don't meet them alone. If you have to take a friend, so be it. Let them sit
Have
at
them
the
sit 10
table.
tables over watching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
I'll do that.
Totally.
I'll do that for other people. I'll be like, hey, I'll
and
be
let
glad to
people
go.
know where you're
Just pay for
at.
my dinner.
You know, just be careful.
Yeah. Oh, my mom is
Yeah.
so protective. I can't go anywhere. She would be that person that was like, I'm going to sit nearby.
Yeah.
I've got my
One thing
pepper
I
spray.
one thing I did want to mention when you mentioned going to the police department,
Yeah.
advocating for you, I'm sure you're probably familiar with them on LinkedIn, Kathy Waters. There's a lady, Kate Kleinert. She was a guest on our podcast last year, and she was scammed. And you know, you go to the police department, and this isn't any fault of their own. They get there and they don't know what to do. So they have this new thing called the Unbreaking Project, Kate's Hugs. So if anybody out there's listening and you're a police person, they have a folder of stuff that, so if you go to the police station, you know, they'll be able to hand you this folder, which will have tons of information for you. Plus you get like a little blanket so that you have a blanket to keep you warm. It's
Yeah.
wonderful. Kate came up with it. So I mailed letters to I live in Missouri, so I mailed letters with Kate's flyer and my flyer, excuse me, to all the police stations in Missouri.
Oh, I love that.
So, and
You
I'm getting
did.
ready to start on
Yeah.
Illinois because they're just across the river. But you can go to advocatingforyou.com and that's FOR letter U.com. And you just scan the QR code or you can request it. It's free for police stations. They just want to, so that when people go to the police station, they don't feel like, well, they don't do anything. They laugh at me. We're trying to break that. Kate
Yeah,
and
but
her,
yeah.
so at least they will. And I have a folder and I gotta find it. I gotta find it because I talk about it a lot. But it's got a lot of handouts in a very nice, pretty folder. And it gives you guides, tells you what you should do, ic3.gov and other stuff. So
Yeah.
for anybody out there that works for the police department in your area, please go to advocatingforyou.com and request your packet. You can get several. So I'm hoping some Missouri folks are doing it.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
cool.
That's
Well,
so awesome.
Jennifer, yeah, see, Kate, she's done a lot of interviews and she's really stepping up and, came up with this idea and worked with Advocating for You.
Yeah, there's a lot of puzzle pieces missing in this whole thing. I mean, they're just like it's a void. In some ways, it feels like throwing a pebble into a ravine. It's just like as many people as have ever been scammed, or loved ones of those who have been scammed, or just concerned citizens that want to help. Like there is so much need in this space, like support groups, books, resources, like documentaries. More need to be made. I mean, I know there's a Tinder swindler out, but there's another one that's a follow
I
up to the Tinder
agree.
swindler. It'd be great if there was like a movie made about this, I think it should be based on Beth Hyland's
Oh,
story.
I love
She's
Beth.
been,
She came on mine
yeah,
twice because she said,
yeah,
now when
yeah,
your book comes out, you got to
yeah,
come on.
yeah,
Yeah.
She's fabulous. And she's the
yeah,
one that's really going
yeah,
full blast on advocating.
yeah,
That's what
yeah,
I
yeah,
love to see is
yeah,
people
yeah,
that's happened and they just,
yeah,
Kate and Beth, they're really
yeah.
out there rocking it.
Yeah. Yeah. She's Beth and I become good friends throughout this.
Yes.
And Debbie Fox and I are good friends, just
Yeah.
trying to find each other. So, like, we're not afraid anymore. We just are angry and we just want to get change to happen. And, like, it's
Yeah.
never fast enough, but there's also patience involved. But there's still so much room to make it easier for victims slash survivors, those of us. The moment you wake up, you're not a victim anymore, you're a survivor, and so you start surviving, and that is when it gets real hard. It seems like. So
I got to tell you,
it's
hold on, I
just
got
been
to
so
open this
helpful.
up. Kate Kleiner, when she was a guest on the podcast, I just love that lady. She is just wonderful. She came up with the best saying, and I said, I'm putting it on a shirt for you.
And
But
yeah, you did.
I gotta open Cricket up because I can't remember the whole thing and I don't want to screw it up. And actually, it was a shirt I was going to start offering because it was just a great idea. And if you'll hold on a second, um, they redid Cricket update. It's like trying to find my stuff is crazy. But she said this, and I'm like, hold on, I got to write this down. This is a shirt. Where is it? It was really good. I think it was this far down.
What do you want to see happen to go forward, Jennifer?
More Interpol working with our government to break up these gangs. It's already started. The Prince Group got taken down, which is like a huge win for us. $15 billion has been confiscated, not just in money from crypto Bitcoin mining, supposedly, but his properties and his assets were seized. And that can be distributed to the
Right.
victims, to the survivors. But there was also like Operation Serengeti and Operation Red Hat. And there was a Ponzi scheme. I just found out today, my friend Danny De Heck in New Zealand got a Ponzi scheme guy down in Orlando, Florida, in this country,
Yeah.
who was Ponzi scheming and had over almost close to $4 million of people's money, and like expensive cars and watches and shoes and vacations that he had taken. It's just the bad guys need to be stopped literally, not just stopped like in um they need to be busting them, arresting them. And honestly, I don't even know if that's going to make it stop. There also needs to be
Right.
education on our end too.
Castrating them.
Yes.
Yes,
Well,
So
absolutely.
yeah,
bad.
that too. I
I'm so
mean,
bad.
Yes. Oh my God, totally. No,
Yeah.
I believe, yes, up while they're hanging upside down. I mean, I have like some horrible, like, yes,
Voodoo doll. No, I'm just kidding. Okay,
totally.
I found the shirt.
Totally.
I found the shirt. It says, I forgot who told this saying to her. That hammer you have in your hand, hitting yourself over the head with, it's time to put it down. I absolutely love it.
Wow.
And then I have like a fist holding a hammer. I can show you a
Wow.
copy of it, but yeah, so
Yes.
I made a regular
Love
t-shirt and a
that.
sweatshirt for her so she could wear it summer,
Wow.
spring, and fall.
Wow.
But
I love
I
it.
just thought that was just the perfect saying
Yeah.
for,
Yeah.
you know, it was
Yes.
just perfect. So,
Yeah.
the prince she had last night, he was only 15 years old.
Yeah. One of my scammers, I think, was 15 and one was 17. They were brothers. Yeah.
15. And the youngest one we've had is 12.
Oh,
I don't
God.
even talk. Goodbye,
I'm just like,
Children.
what? He
Yeah.
says, yes, I'm 12. But he did not sound 12, but that's because they were using a voice changer and a
Wow.
voice box. But he forgot to click that little button, and Sandy's got x-ray ears here.
she does.
And I'm like, he didn't click the button. Did you hear that? And they're like, yeah. So we
Wow.
got him to
Yeah.
talk again. And sure enough, he forgot to click the button again. And it
Yeah.
did give away. And then he finally admitted
Mm-hmm.
that he was a scammer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eric admitted it to me one day. He
Yeah.
admitted it to me. He told me he was only 23 and he was a South African man who was doing it to try and keep his sisters out of the sex trade industry. And I was like, I kind of don't care. You stole my money.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
anyway, he was trying to rekindle something. Like, I think he wasn't that good at it. Like, he had real feelings for me, and I just was able to cut him off completely. And he wanted to rekindle something, and I was like, "Are you kidding?"
Yeah, he was trying to get you to feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
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 Don't you feel
Yeah.
sorry for me? No.
There's a
Yeah.
scam after the scam. Sometimes scammers
Yes.
use in that angle. They're like, okay, well, this is who I really am, and I need money for school. I need money to keep my sisters out of the sex trade industry. I'm like, fuck you.
Oh, Prince
no.
Hamad
Give
is
me
calling
back
me
my
now.
Is he?
The Prince of Dubai was calling me. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't do a
Wow.
live tonight, so we could do this, and then I can get the episode out right away. So it's so funny because that one guy keeps calling who I have blocked, and then the Prince of Dubai just was calling.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
Well, Jennifer, we don't want to keep you. I know you've got plans.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I want to keep in touch. I'm gonna send you my phone number.
You can
And
send her my number.
okay, I'll do that.
Okay, Sandy,
And we could always do a Zoom call together. I got
Yes,
Zoom. I gotta
anytime
use
you
it.
want to.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am up. I need it.
We'll bring Beth in and everybody
Yeah.
else.
That would be awesome.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
So
Y'all are my
thank you.
heroes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're a rock star as far as I'm concerned.
You'll
Because you're able to
get
come out
through
and
this.
talk.
Yeah.
So everybody, that's it for tonight. Yay, I finally did a podcast episode. I'm sorry they're so far in between. But thank you. As you know, we do lives every night on Clapper and YouTube. Sunday through Thursday, 6 p.m., Friday, Saturday, 7. Unless I got something to do. Like tonight I had something to do, so we were not live. But come by, listen, have fun, learn. And like we always say, they don't love you, they love your money.
Love your money.
Goodbye.